What's up, y'all? We are back for Black Ink Crew. This is season 6, episode 9, Soul Searching. Okay, so the crew, minus a few, take off to Korea in search of Bae's mom. It is Caesar, Skye, Bae, of course, Teddy, Donna, and Kitty. They getting themselves together, going to the airport and everything, and everybody's cool, everybody's relaxed, everybody is excited as well to take off for Korea. It's, for Bae, not so much excitement, or we know she's taking the trip for a very serious reason. So it is what it is, but she has the support of all the other people. So they're at the airport and everything, and Caesar decides to upgrade his flight and Skye's flight to first class. Okay, cool, y'all. The bosses of Black Ink, as Caesar said. I just was like, I felt like Bae, if he was going to upgrade, he should have let Bae fly first class. But whatever, he didn't. So, and she clearly wasn't tripping because she ain't say shit about it. So, they are in, Skye and Caesar, enjoying their first class. And while everybody else is in economy, Skye, of course being Skye, decides to go visit them back there in the economy class, and is videotaping them, pretty much just making fun of the fact that they was squeezed up in economy while her and Caesar was kicking it in first class. Turn this down some. So we know Kitty and Skye have this rivalry going on. Okay, so Kitty makes some remark about Skye taping them and shit, whatever. They get to Korea, and Bae's like, it's a lot that I want to show everybody and everything, but she really, like we said, she's not focused on that. She focused on finding her mother. But it is what it is. And they get there, and they get to the place where they staying at, which it was really, really nice, very modern, as we saw, with the control panel on the toilet. Okay, and Skye and Donna, they decide to test it out. Well, Skye just squats her ass down on the toilet, and Donna's in there, and they're gonna try the bidet, the little booty shower. Okay, which, okay, that's cool, but why both of y'all in there doing that? Skye being Skye, Donna being Donna. But they cut the shit on, and Skye hollering and screaming through the house, and she jumps her ass up off of the seat, and immediately I thought about Babs, about Niecy and Mickey. Y'all remember that scene in Babs when Niecy and Mickey had just got to Mr. Blakemore's house, and Niecy was like, this right here, this toilet right here is for number 1, and this right here is for toilet number 2. And her ass turns the water on, and the shit splashes all everywhere up in her face, and she had that damn bathroom a mess. But anyway, that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. So they get settled in to the house where they staying, okay, and everybody's cool. Everybody's cooling. So they go, at one point or another, they go and actually go to Bae's mother's apartment and let themselves in, and she's nowhere to be found. She's not there, and Bae is getting worried because it looks like she left in a rush, because she left her phone behind. She was like, her bed wasn't made. Bae was like, she always makes her bed And so Bae is worried, and they find a note that her mother wrote. And the note was just saying, you know, talking about Bae, talking about how Bae always does so much to take care of her, and she really doesn't do a whole lot for Bae. Just really sad, because it's not making the situation, the outlook isn't looking any better at this point. So it's too much for Bae, and she gets really upset and is throwing up. We're gonna revisit that later. Okay, so let's see. They you know, meanwhile, okay, so all of this is going on, and then meanwhile back at 113th, it is, oh shit, Jada, Kevin, I think Walt was there, and this damn Tatiana shows up a fucking again. Like, y'all, I already talked about this last week, but it's like, okay, so she's back again, and they saying the same thing, like, damn bitch, what the fuck, you still showing up? I can't remember who said that, but somebody on there said that. But anyway, so she's determined to prove herself, okay? And she gives us this story in her confessional about how she always had to contend with I don't know, was it bullying or no, she was saying rage and anger, and the tattooing is therapy for her. So she brings in her cousin, which is also her client, you know, and she's going to do a tattoo on her, and she's going to use this ancient one needle method, okay? And she brings her cousin back to the tattoo booth, and she shows her what she has drawn up. It was real simple, you know, but I mean, whatever. Okay, so it was simple, and she gets her on the table. She does the tattoo, and I wasn't impressed. I mean, for her to have been talking about Donna's work last week, you would have thought that she was on some Kevin or some Bae shit, because we know, I follow Kevin on IG, and I just started following Bae last night, and they tattoo work is beautiful. But you know, Tatiana does a tattoo, and the girl says she loves it, so she like it, I love it. But again, it just wasn't impressive. So okay, back in Korea, they are still just taking in the scene, and they go to this Korean food market, because Bae was like, after looking for her mom all day, she was just exhausted. She didn't feel like going nowhere, so she sent them to the Korean food market. And I mean, of course, the culture is different, so their food is different, but a lot of that shit was alive and moving. And I'm sorry, I just can't. I just can't eat anything that is still a living organism and it's moving as I'm trying to consume it. Like, it didn't even look appetizing. But anyway, Teddy and Kitty, they sharing a bowl of noodles and noodles. They talk, and they, you know, whatever. They don't look like strangers, put it like that. They look like they were very familiar with each other, and look like they had been in each other's presence enough at some point or another to be that intimate over a bowl of oodles and noodles. Like, if I don't fuck with you like that, you ain't like my bae. I'm not eating out of the same dish, as you. It's just as simple as that. If we ain't done nothing in the past, recent past, to be comfortable with being in the same damn dish, we had to have kissed or something to be out eating in the same, out of the same dish. But anyway, so that's what they doing, okay? And Skye peeps that. So, you know, Skye's wheels are turning, her gears are spinning in her head. Now and then Donna's ass, because we seen the lady chopping up the octopus, and they ended up eating that shit. It was still squirming and moving. So Donna is like, oh, don't kill the octopus, put him in a bowl, I'll keep him, he's so cute. She types it in the translator app, shows it to the lady gives her the damn octopus. And this is what I was talking about. I just don't like that harebrained ass shit. Like, that shit gets on my nerves. I'm sorry, it just gets on my nerves. I could not just be kicking it with her and be able to just tolerate that type of shit. It would get on my nerves so badly. But anyway, she gets the octopus and she keeps them for as long as she could. And in my mind, when she got it, I'm like, well, how the fuck are you going to take that back overseas, Donna? What are you going to do? How are you going to get that back overseas? Like, you can't do that. And I think Kitty said the same thing, like, how the fuck are you going to get that shit through customs? So she ends up giving it to one of the other store owners. All right. And then while they are back at the house that they're staying at, Skye and Donna are talking. Everybody else was somewhere else. I don't know where they were, but Skye and Donna were talking, and Skye asked Donna, did she know if anything happened with Ted and Kitty? And Donna's sitting there like, oh, they kissed. I heard they kissed in Puerto Rico. And but I'm like, Skye, why, girl? Why are you worried about that? You know what I'm saying? Why are you worried about that? But anyway, so it comes out, Donna says that it's a rumor going around that they kissed in Puerto Rico. Okay, whatever. But Skye is blown about that. And then let's see what else happened. So they still hadn't made any headway on finding Babe's mom. So they decide they're going to get her out and try to get her mind off of it and take her to a b-boy like dance club. Okay. And okay, cool. So they go, Skye's turned up or whatever, as always, and she on the bus on the way there decides to confront Kitty about whether or not she kissed Teddy. Girl, and she stood up and she was like, yeah, my pussy in your face. She said, my pussy in your face, what you gonna say? Kitty denies it. Ted is back there looking stupid as always. And they get, when they get off the bus, Skye hauls off and smacks the shit out of Teddy. Okay, and I'm just like, okay, they clearly have to keep the drama going to keep people watching, but that was just so extra, so extra. And Skye is extra. We know Skye does a lot all the time, but I just can't see why she's concerned about that. I just can't see why she's concerned about that, but whatever. So they get inside the b-boy club, and C's runs into a real prominent music artist over there in Korea, and I can't remember what he said his name is, but apparently he likened him to Justin Bieber, so apparently he's like the shit in Korea, and he's got this sleeve tattoo, and Caesar's looking at that, digging that and everything. And so they made that connection, which was cool. So, you know, and it actually turns out that it's not a written law in Korea that you can't tattoo. The guy said it's kind of like an unspoken type of thing, you know, kind of like a what do they call it, like a folk way or a moray of Korean culture. Okay, so that was that. Now meanwhile, Skye is out here. She done met this dude that's at the club, and the dude was handsome or whatever, so Skye moves in on him, and she's busting it open, dancing with him, and he was handling it. I was like, oh, okay, cool, okay. But then she ends up taking him off to the back room somewhere. Okay, whatever. Donna says she's ready to go because she starts to feel nauseous, and I was thinking Donna was feeling nauseous because she ate that damn octopus, didn't she? Yeah, she ate that damn octopus. That's why she was feeling like that. Her and Teddy tried it. Teddy spit it out and immediately spit that shit out. But Donna ate that shit, and that's why she was feeling nauseous. But so on the bus, they talking. Donna and Bae are talking, and they like, you pregnant? Teddy like, you pregnant? Bae like, you pregnant, Donna? And Donna's like, I can't be pregnant. Me and whatever her boyfriend name is, we just got serious. We not married. And but this is my thing. I get that shit happens, but if you know that you are fucking and you're not taking any precautions to not get pregnant, once the pregnancy scare happens, that's not the time to be talking about you not ready to be a mom. That's not the time to be talking about that. But I don't know. I get it, but because this is coming from Donna, I'm just like, you be doing shit, Donna. You be fucking, you know. And so now all of a sudden, you know you be fucking, and you know you're not, as you said, being as careful as you should have been. Now it's like, I can't be a mom, whatever. So anyway, they stop and they get the pregnancy test, and Ted joking with Bae, like joking with the lady behind the counter, like the pregnancy test is for him and Bae or whatever. And the lady was just like, she was over it. Y'all see the look on her face? She just was looking like, if y'all don't get the fuck out of my damn store. So they get the pregnancy test, and they go and they take the test. And because Bae was like, you know, will you do it if I do it with you? So Donna agrees. Okay, and they both take the test. Now I had a feeling that something like this was going to happen, and sure enough it did. It turns out Donna is not pregnant, but it shows that Bae is pregnant. Okay, so and it makes sense, you know, because Bae has her boyfriend or whatever, so it shows that it turns out that Bae is pregnant. And I really hope, it looks like when the show ended, it looks like Bae ends up finding her mom, and I'm so happy, because I can't imagine how terrifying that would be to, first of all, be in the United States, way overseas, that far away from your mother, knowing the situation, for her to even be that far away from her mother, that's always going to be a situation where you're probably always going to be on edge because you don't know what's going on. So that takes a lot of courage on Bae's part. But then for her to take that long trip, that long flight, 14 hours to Korea, not knowing what to expect, like she hadn't talked to her mom or anything. She had been trying to get in touch with her, hadn't heard back from her or nothing, and to go all the way over there and not knowing what you're gonna find, you know. So I really hope that it turns out the way I think. I'm pretty sure I saw her say that she ended up finding her mother, so that's cool. Now I think after the pregnancy test, I think that was the end of the show, y'all. Y'all know how I do. We just talk about this as I'm on my way to work in the mornings, and if I missed anything, make sure y'all leave it in the comments. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the show. What you think about it, like what direction you think is gonna go in as far as the situation with Bae being pregnant, because we saw, I think on the show coming up, that she was bleeding or something like that, and she went to have a sonogram or whatever. So y'all let me know. Let's talk about that. No, wait a minute, let's talk about real quick, let's go back and talk about, oh shit, I wanted to like Richard. I really wanted to like Richard Duncan. But after that shit with Nikki last season, I just am like, I don't really have it for oh shit. Because and then the reason why I had to rewind and talk about this is because of the way he was talking about Tatiana, talking about yeah, she's a cute little Dominican